Our national anthem will be set to go. Game 1, night 1 of the Rutland Holiday Hockey Tournament. MSJ has won this tournament 5 straight years. The Mounties looking for their 6th consecutive Holiday Tournament championship, winning every year since 1989. And all 4 years of Jeff Johnson's reign as coach.
With a 4-0 record, I think MSJ has another good shot at it. Hartford having the experience in this one with 5 seniors on their roster. Actually make that 6 seniors on their roster at this point. And I got a feeling MSJ, with the inexperience they have, but also they have a 4-0 record, so I wouldn't call it too inexperienced at this point in time.
Will be going right to left as we look out here in the first period. The Hartford Hurricanes left to right. Mike Hogan in goal for the Mounties off to our right, and Ken Larrabee in goal for the Hartford Hurricanes off to our left. Not a bad crowd here for the first game. Generally weekday first games of doubleheaders, the crowds aren't that good. They pick up as we get toward 6 o'clock, and I'm sure by the second game tonight things will pick up nicely. But all in all, not a bad crowd at all here for game 1 at the Royce Mandigo Arena. The young guns now sophomores. The MSJ line of Jeff Brisbane, McGregor, Chadwick, and Luke Bauman. Chris Cosgrove and Kurt Bomborgi at the points. It's Benoit with Kendrick and Aldridge, Macarello and Caruso for the Hartford Hurricanes. Down, we're underway at center ice, and with it at center is Chadwick. He swats it into the Hurricane zone. Caruso back for it, sends it up to Aldridge at center. Left wing pass onto the stick of TJ Kendrick, shoots it in behind Mike Hogan as the Mounties try to clear it away, and with it is Kurt Bomborgi. Sit behind the net initially by Chris Cosgrove. Now Bauman sends it into the Hartford zone by McGregor Chadwick, but this will be offside against MSJ. Chadwick was already in the zone.
A little slow going tonight. Everybody's got to keep moving around and keep warm. Should be a little interesting here.
Now Gilbo, Boardman, and Kudamarsh, and it's the Eric Abel line for MSJ as both teams change up. Bergeron had it in his own zone, sent it for Obar. Obar gets it up to center, and Boardman swats it into the Mountie zone in behind Mike Hogan. Boardman controlling for Hartford, and over for it is Kurt Bomborgi. Breaks the puck loose, tries to clear it. Kept in. Eric Abel now tries to clear it and does out to center as the Mounties get it all the way into the Hartford zone, and back forward is Josh Obar, but this will be icing against MSJ. Just a little bit slow going in the early going here in game 1 of the Holiday Tournament. 14:06 remaining in the first period. No scores. They change up again, and the first line's matching up. Kevin Doherty is in at a point for MSJ. It'll be Benoit taking the draw against Brisbane. Mountie zone to the right of Mike Hogan. Just underway, early going. Bauman sends it back behind his own goaltender to Kurt Bomborgi. Bomborgi starts it out right wing side to Luke Bauman. Pass up to Chadwick, a beauty. Chadwick in on Macarello. Macarello poke checks it away. The Hartford zone to the far corner. Macarello and Chadwick. Chadwick centers for Brisbane, but coming over to steal for the Hartford Hurricanes on a nice play there was Josh Obar, or Aldridge with it now, and Aldridge sends it over the cage off the glass. We do have a number in there that we don't have on our roster is what the problem is. We'll have to look it up on the other roster here. Obar was in before. It comes out along the far boards. Benoit tries to backhand it in front. The shot off the stick of Aldridge. Save! And on the rebound, they score! Hartford takes the 1-0 lead. It's Brian Benoit on the goal, and the Hartford Hurricanes take the 1-0 lead. It was Benoit on the goal.
Benoit came right around the back of the net there. He was right in front, point-blank range. Put it right on net. It was a beautiful shot by Benoit.
We have to find out who number 12 is. I know it's not Macarello. He's number 10. 12 was on it.
Did a little jersey swapping here for us, Jack.
Benoit on the goal. Aldridge got one of the assists. I know they gave 2 on that. As plays back in, Hartford leads it by a score of 1-0 as Billy Babb sends it into the Hartford zone in behind Larrabee. And back for it is Obar. This is Obar here. Right wing pass, got it out to center. Cosgrove chops it back into the Hartford zone. And back for it is Obar, shadowed by Shaft. Obar sends it out right wing side, wanted to go to Gilbo, knocked away. Shaft on the shot from the top of the slot, saved by Larrabee, a beauty. As the Mounties keep it in, Abel sends it to the near corner. Over for it now is Shaddy. It's poked ahead now, right wing side for Bergeron, and Bergeron controls out to center for the Hartford Hurricanes. Knocked down at the red line by Abel, and finally finding it is Kudamar, sent it to the Mountie line where Doherty has it and sends it back in to the Hartford zone. Back for it is Obar. Obar sends it left wing for Christian Bergeron, and Bergeron dumps it into the Mountie zone. 1-0 Hartford, 12:20 remaining here in the first period. Evan Doherty digs it out along the right wing side to Bauman, up to Brisbane over the red line. Poke checked away by Bergeron. It goes to Bauman, but the Mounties are offside. There is a number 12 that played on that shift before that we just had to say anybody's name there. We got to double check on that in case it comes out again. On our roster, they have number 12 as Macarello, but he is number 10. As the draw will come outside the Hartford line, Benoit and Brisbane on the draw. And it went to Kendrick, sent it back again. Chadwick steals in the zone, the save by Larrabee as he took the shot from the left wing circle. Wanted to come out to Kendrick, but Brisbane over there trying to dig it out. Kendrick managed to get it out of the zone, and Babargi shoots it back in for MSJ. Back forward is Justin Caruso for the Hartford Hurricanes. Caruso sends it up to Aldridge. Aldridge sent it right along the line, and over for it now. Trying to dig it out was Kendrick, and the Hartford Hurricanes control behind their own cage. The Mounties are in forechecking. Brisbane comes over. Puck loose to the top of the slot to Bauman. Bauman had it chopped down. Comes back out again. Chadwick shoots at it. Now Bauman with it. Chadwick's shot was knocked down. Now Vaccarello tries to clear it out. Kept in for a moment by Cosgrove. And Kendrick had it for a moment at center. Stolen away by Bombargi. Sends it to the Hartford line. And it's set the length of the ice by Caruso. This will be icing against Hartford. And so we'll have the draw back in the Hartford zone to the right of Hartford goaltender Ken Larrabee. All right, that player we're looking for is Amy. Okay, Willie Amy.
Scratch the 18 on
we
that.
have him as number 18. 1-0 Hartford, 11-11 remaining here in the first period. The draw will come to the right of Ken Larrabee in the Hartford zone. And off the draw by Shaft out to Doherty. Can't keep it in at the left point. Dumps it back into the Hartford zone. Back forward Boardman for the Hurricanes. Boardman behind his own cage. Starts it out left wing side. Billy Babb in forechecking. Boardman out to center. Boardman coast to coast over the Mountie line. Boardman to the right wing circle. Boardman deep on Doherty. Tried to center it. Nobody there. And it goes right by Jeff Perry at the left point and all the way out to center. Knocked back into the zone by Hartford. Back out. Shaft now had it for a moment. Gilbo now backhands it into the Mountie zone, and back forward is Kevin Doherty. Kevin Doherty tried to dig it out as it was knocked by Gilbo in behind Hogan. Bombargi comes over, clears it out near side, intended for Doherty. Gilbo is over as well, but skating it out for MSJ is Abel. Pass too far for Babb, and back forward Bergeron. Actually, it went all the way in on Larrabee, so Bergeron never got back to it, and so it will be a draw to the right of Ken Larrabee in the Hartford zone. I think we got another mix-up on the roster here. McGregor Chadwick sends it out to Cosgrove, left point. Sends it to the end board, Vaccarello. Vaccarello swings it around for McGregor Chadwick near side, hit by Benoit. Comes loose, trying to dig it out was Kudamarsh. Kudamarsh sends it out right wing side, right onto the stick of Aldridge. Aldridge's pass intended for Kendrick, knocked away, and then knocked back into the zone by Caruso. And it comes back out to center. With it now is Luke Bauman. Bauman to the line, shoots it in. Deflected to the end board by Larrabee. Swatted around by Caruso for Aldridge, but Cosgrove keeps it in. Cosgrove sends it to the far corner. Now along the bar boards goes to Kendrick. Kendrick lost it to Bauman, centered it in front, but Caruso stole it, tried to clear, and we got a penalty coming up, checking from behind. And this will go
Chadwick got the
against McGregor Chadwick, so it is a power play opportunity for the Hartford Hurricanes. They already lead it 1-0. So another one we want to check on, number 6. Is it Parry or Bergeron? Because I got the roster from the first game.
Jeff Perry, number 6 here.
We want to double check with the coach, Perry, when you have a chance here. Because I have the roster from the first game, which is different from this game here. Hartford controls at center, and Boardman is offside. Hartford on the power play. Clock ran down a couple of more seconds, but this is offside Hartford. We'll have the draw just outside the MSJ zone. 1-0 Hartford, 9:17 remaining in the first period here at the Royce Mandigo Arena. It'll be Abel on the draw with Jesse Boardman. Off the draw goes to the red line to either Parry or Bergeron. Stealing in the zone. Abel tried to center it, nobody there. Of course, Hartford on the power play, and we got a penalty coming up for high sticking.
It's against Hartford.
It is against Hartford. It's on Boardman. We'll go with the roster that we have tonight. Jeff Parry. See, I had the roster from before, and Parry's number was what we had for Bergeron. But at any rate, with 9:05 remaining here in the first period, teams at equal strength. 4-on-4 as Bauman's shot knocked away by Larrabee. And back forward Gilbo for Hartford. Left wing pass and then sent out to center. And back forward Doherty, hit by Obar. Doherty poking at it. Gilbo fanning on it at the Mountie line. Finally backhands it into the Mountie zone. And back forward is Kevin Doherty. Minute 14 left in the McGregor Chadwick penalty. Minute 40 left in the Hartford penalty. 8:40 left in the first period. 1-0 Hartford. As Parry sent it to Bergeron. Bergeron backhands it into the Mountie zone, and the Mounties clear it back out all the way into the Hartford zone for Brisbane, and Brisbane scores! Cleared all the way into the Hartford zone. Brisbane picked it up in the left wing circle, skated in on Larrabee, and beat Larrabee. That ties it at 1-1 with 8:29 remaining here in the first period.
Beautiful play by Brisbane. Came all the way down the ice. Larrabee didn't even see the shot. He kind of didn't come out enough on that play. He got caught back in the net. I don't think he knew Brisbane was going to come in even further with it. And there was just no stopping that shot.
So Jeff Brisbane Bombargi was the one that sent it all the way into the Hartford zone. Bombargi on the assist, quick shot, and it was by Trey Schaff, the save by Larrabee, and he hangs on. Right after the draw, the Mounties got it into the Hartford zone, and Trevor Schaff to beat everybody to the puck and got the shot on Larrabee. 48 seconds left on the penalty to the Mounties McGregor Chadwick, a minute 16 left on the penalty to Hartford. And they're skating 4-on-4. The draw to the left of Larrabee in the Hartford zone. Off the draw, it goes to T.J. Kendrick. Tries to swing it around right wing side. The Mounties in forechecking. Finally, it's squeezed out to center by Aldrich, and Babb finds it inside the red line. Shoots it in behind Larrabee. Along the near boards, over for T.J. Kendrick, and finally Gilbo finds it and clears it the length of the ice, and they're skating 4-on-4. So this will be icing against Hartford. 1-1, 8 minutes left in the first period.
It's one thing Jeff Johnson has done really well with his team is he's been able to do the power play very, very effectively against any team this year. That has a lot to do with their 4-0 record.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-on-4. It was an even strength goal by Brisbane. I was just trying to count that up again. Little question here in the box. Play back in. Bauman lost it to Parry. Parry out to center. Parry lost it at center to Brisbane, retreats to his own zone, and then sends it to Chris Cosgrove. The Mounties will have a short power play opportunity when McGregor Chadwick comes back. Backboard behind his own cage is Parry. Lost it in the zone to Brisbane. To Bauman, he one times it, goes to the near corner. Gilbo swats it around. Chadwick is back, and the Mounties are on a short power play. With an Obar, and it was deflected back in on his own goaltender, and Larrabee covers up. The Mounties have a 20-second power play. It's 1-1 with 7:25 remaining here in the first period at the Royce Mandigo Arena. Game one of our doubleheader first night, and the second game tonight will be Rutland and Hull Mass. I think we got it right. That is indeed Bergeron out there now at number 16. Number 6 is Parry. I guess that's correct now. Play back in. Bauman with it. Sends it to the right point to Babargi. Bar boards. Chadwick one times it. It goes behind the cage. Bauman now. Bauman sends it to Brisbane near corner. The Mounties on the power play for 7 more seconds. Comes out to the left point. Shaft to Babargi. Shoots it in, and the save by Larrabee. As the penalty is over to Boardman, and both teams at full strength now.
Good pressure by MSJ. They moved the puck very well on that one. They had one shot from the point, and that was a good cover-up by the goalie from Hartford. MSJ showing a lot of different offensive and defensive maneuvering here.
It's 1-1 with 7:02 remaining first period. Abel with Shaft and also Babb, Cosgrove, and Bombargi at the points. Play back in behind Larrabee. As over for it was Willie Amy. He's a bump far corner. Out to the right point. Bombargi shot knocked down by Benoit on a nice play. Aldridge with it now, and Aldridge dumps it into the Mountie zone. Backboard Chris Cosgrove. Swats it off the glass, off the stick of Trey Shaft. As backboard now is Cosgrove. Fans on it on a battle with Benoit in forechecking. Benoit swings around, hit by Cosgrove. Sends it to the far corner. Aldridge digs it out of the corner. Sends it in behind Hogan, and backboard Chris Cosgrove for MSJ. Left wing pass up to Trey Shaft. Backhanded pass intended for Babb by him. Willie Amy picks it up in center. Finds it at the red line. Sends it off Benoit back into the Mountie zone. And backboard Bombargi backhands it out to center to Babb. Went to Cosgrove. Sent it to the Hartford line. Now Aldridge with it at the Mountie line and dumps it into the Mountie zone as Hartford changes up. Bombargi clears it out to center. Found by Bergeron. Or Kudamarsh now. That's Shane Kudamarsh here. Now we really...
it's always playing.
I thought that was Bergeron. It was Kudamarsh at number 16. See, my question is number 6 Parry or Bergeron? That's what we got to check after the first period. Then when I saw 16, I thought, well, that must be the change, but I can see his name now, Kudamarsh. 5:55 remaining in the period. It's 1-1. McGregor Chadwick with it back in his own zone. Gets it out to center. Obar with it for Hartford. Now to Parry. Parry bumped by Brisbane. Brisbane over the line. Lost it to Obar. And then it trickles in off Obar. In on Larrabee. And he covers up. 5:43 remaining here in the first period. It's 1-1. MSJ getting a goal from Jeff Brisbane that tied it up after Benoit had scored for Hartford. To the right of Larrabee comes out to Chadwick, and his quick shot gloved by Larrabee, and he will drop it for Obar. Obar's pass intended for Kudamarsh took a funny bounce, stolen away in the zone by Bauman, sends it in behind the cage, over for it Obar. Obar sends it along the near boards, wanted to go to Gilbo, but came out to Cosgrove for the point. His shot went wide, actually off the pad of Larrabee. And it's Obar to Gilbo near side, bumped by Brisbane, comes loose to Chadwick, in behind the cage. Parry now shoots it out left wing side for Kudamarsh, kept in by Brisbane. Now Gilbo with it in front of his own cage, sends it out to center to Kudamarsh, pass stolen away by Brisbane at center. Brisbane stick handling over the line, taps it for Chadwick. Chadwick fans on it in front of Larrabee, gets it back again, tries to center it, knocked down and cleared away by the Hurricanes. Along the near boards, Cosgrove sent it to the circle, and finally the Hurricanes clear it out all the way back down into the Mountie zone. This will be icing against Hartford. 4:47 remaining first period. It's 1-1. MSJ and Hartford. Kendrick, Marcarello, Caruso, Aldridge, and Benoit in there right now for Hartford. Eric Abel in with Trey Shaft. Kurt Bombargi, Chris Cosgrove, and Billy Babb for MSJ. The draw to the right of Larrabee in the Hartford zone. It'll be Benoit and Abel on the draw. Goes now to Vaccarello off the end board behind his own goaltender. Sends it left wing side for Kendrick. Shadowed by Babb. Now to Benoit. Benoit ridden off the puck, and now skating it out is Kendrick to center. DJ Kendrick sent it into the zone for Aldrich. Wanted to go to Benoit, right to Kendrick. Shoots it in wide of Hogan from the slot. He's trying to clear it away. Babb can't. Caruso keeps it in at the point. Caruso sends it to the far corner. Over for Kendrick to Aldrich. Aldrich controlling along the far boards. Aldrich swings it to the left wing circle. He goes down as Bombargi steals, skates it out to center over the red line. From outside the blue line, a rifle shot on Larrabee, and he makes the save. Caruso dumps it around his own cage near side. The Mounties control with Shaft. Shaft tried to center, back to steal. Kendrick tried to clear it, and can Shaft keep it in? Well, it doesn't matter as Vaccarello skates it out to center for Hartford off the steal. Vaccarello to the red line, dumps it into the Mountie zone in behind Hogan, and it comes to the near corner. Cosgrove and Gilbo collide. Now Bombargi with it behind his own cage. Bombargi's pass too far for Chadwick. Off the near boards, it will trickle all the way in on Larrabee, and Larrabee will smother the puck with Chadwick waiting at the doorstep. 1-1 hockey game, 3:36 remaining here in the first period. Ed Anderson has been our engineer for the first part of game one here. I think we got everything squared away numbers-wise.
Boy, it's tough. You got to get a certain number in your head.
Well, you have two different rosters, one from the beginning and one from the end, but I think we got it all squared away here. Off the draw, Doherty with it at the left point. Off Brisbane to the near corner. Brisbane controlling. He's hit. He's trying to dig it out now as McGregor Chadwick in board Hartford zone. Chadwick is hit finally by Amy. Comes loose to Perry. And Perry sends it off left wing side as the Hurricanes control. As Kudamar's trying to send it to Gilbo. Knocked down. Kudamar's grabbed it again, but this is offside Hartford. Kudamar's trying to go on the right wing side to Gilbo. And this is whistled down for Hartford offside. We'll have the draw just outside the Mountie zone. 1-1, 3:13 remaining here in the first period. Brisbane scoring for MSJ. Benoit getting the Hartford goal. Benoit, Kendrick, and Aldrich back in for Hartford. Vaccarello and Caruso are at the points. Bauman, Chadwick, and Brisbane skating back in for MSJ. Bombargi at a point. Doherty also at a point.
MSJ is playing some excellent defense at this point in time. Hartford can't really seem to get the play going in their own zone. They always intercept the puck.
Off the drive, Chadwick over the Hartford line. Chadwick goes down, and he tries to swat at the puck as he was prone. And it's finally cleared out right wing side. As controlling for Hartford is center. Aldrich to Benoit, but Bombargi steals in his own zone. Doherty clears it out to center. Now Caruso with it for the Hurricanes. To Vaccarello at the red line, and he pokes the puck into the Mountie zone. Ricochets in behind Hogan to the far boards. With it is Kendrick, hit by Bauman. Kendrick and Bauman battling for the puck. Kendrick trying to go to Benoit. Benoit overskates it. Kendrick hit by Bombargi now. Puck comes loose. Benoit with it. It's in the Mountie zone. Benoit is hit, and then Bauman finds it and clears it out to center. All the way back down into the Hartford zone, and back forward is John Vaccarello for the Hartford Hurricanes. Vaccarello sends it up to Kendrick at his own blue line. Knocked down by Babb at the line. Caruso back into his own zone. Pass intercepted by Babb in the zone. In front to Abel. Quick shot save. Shaft on the rebound save. Larrabee, a couple of beauties. So Larrabee coming up big on two consecutive shots. Abel initially from in close, and then Shaft off the rebound.
Abel did the one-timer right in the slot there, but a beautiful shot.
We got a penalty coming up against Bill Babb as well for cross-checking. So Hartford will go on the power play with 2:15 remaining here in the first period. In a 1-1 hockey game, Hartford on the power play for, unless they score virtually the rest of the period outside of 15 seconds.
I believe Babb tried to shove a Hartford defender right out in front of the net there.
Draw just outside the Hartford zone. Cosgrove swats it into the Hurricane zone in behind Larrabee. And back for it is Perry for the Hartford Hurricanes. Sends it off left wing side. Kudamarsh with it now. Shane Kudamarsh up to center. Kudamarsh sends it all the way by Boardman into the Mountie zone and behind Hogan. Boardman hit by Bombargi. Hartford on the power play. Boardman and Bombargi, and coming over is Gilbo to dig it out of the corner. Trey Shaft is over. He's hit. Now Bombargi breaks it loose. Swats it around. Far boards for Abel. Abel tries to clear. Kept in by Boardman along the far boards. Let's fly. Glove by Hogan, and Hogan hangs on. Minute 25 remaining on the Hartford power play. A minute 39 left on the first period here. It's 1-1. Brisbane scoring for the Mounties. Benoit with a Hartford goal. So it'll be Boardman in with Kudamarsh and Gilbo. Obar and Parry at the points for Hartford here on the power play. Brisbane takes the draw. Goes to Kudamarsh off the draw to Parry. And a knockdown back to Kudamarsh. Backhanded pass in front. Chadwick steals, tries to clear. Stolen away by Kudamarsh, but Brisbane comes over. Now Bombargi over for it. Bombargi holds it and then sends it up to center all the way back down into the Hartford zone. 1:05 left on the Hartford power play. A minute 17 left in the first period. Parry taps it up to center for Kudamarsh. Pass stolen away by Bauman, and he manages to dump it back into the Hartford zone, and back forward is Boardman. Boardman skates it out to center. Jesse Boardman, left wing pass for Kudamarsh to the line, fires in, and Hogan makes the save. Cleared out off the rebound by Chadwick up to center, and back forward is Macarello for Hartford. He backhands it into the Mountie zone in behind Hogan. In a forechecking now is Aldrich. 35 seconds left on the power play. Benoit with it now. Now Kendrick in behind Mike Hogan. He's hit, comes to the near corner, digging it out for the Hartford Hurricanes. Aldrich came out to the point. Nobody there, and Amy with it at the red line. Wanted to go to Macarello, stolen away by Bauman. Bauman in the zone, but nobody to go to as Macarello clears it back out to center. Chadwick with it at the red line. He steers it back into the Hurricane zone. 10 seconds left on the Hartford power play. 20 seconds left in the period. It's 1-1. Benoit up to center. Benoit over the Mountie line. Shadow by Shaft. Hit by Bombargi. Benoit got it back again. Ridden off the puck by Cosgrove. Penalty is over. Both teams at full strength. 10 seconds left in the first period. Puck comes to the near corner. Cosgrove bumping Gilbo. Comes out to Abel. Got it out to center. And it goes back into the Mountie zone. Cosgrove sends it out to center as time expires, ending the first period. So game one is over. Game one, period number one over. Not quite over yet. 2 periods to go. And after 1 period of play here in game one of the Rutland Holiday Tournament, first round, it's MSJ 1, Hartford 1. We'll be back after this timeout. 3, so they've definitely dominated as they're looking for their 6th straight. They've won every year under Coach Jeff Johnson. Rutland last winning the tournament in '88. MSJ did win the tournament last year, beating Hallmass in the championship game.
Hallmass, a story in itself.
Hallmass is 4-0 coming into the game here tonight. Chock full with freshmen, including a
7th and
8th graders, and they have outscored their opponents in the 4 games 28-2.
But then
however, the coach, or at least one of the coaches, tells us they haven't played anybody yet, so we'll see what happens in that second game, Rutland High and Hallmass. Again, coming into this one tonight, Hartford at 2-3, MSJ at 4-0, and Hartford playing a lot better in this game than they did when we saw MSJ back against Hartford in our opener for MSJ, an MSJ 5-2 victory.
2 penalties, one by McGregor Chadwick and the other one by Billy Babb. Wanted to say John on that one. Resulted in Hartford having 2 power plays. They really couldn't muster anything up. MSJ playing great defense on that. With the help of McGregor Chadwick, I think he did an outstanding first period, offensively and defensively.
Yeah, when Brisbane scored, they were even strength, and we got the question here in the press box, how come the guy didn't come back? And I'm trying to explain to the person here while we're on the air that they didn't come back because it was even strength. It was 4-on-4. Both teams out. Will be set for second period action here momentarily. Again, we'll have Rutland and Hallmass to follow. We'll probably have a 15 to 20 minute break between games. Bulldog Blair will entertain. If Rutland and MSJ are in different games tomorrow night, we'll have them both for you beginning at 5:20. If they're in just the consolation game, we'll have that for you beginning at 5:20. If they're just in the championship game, we'll have it right around 7:30 or so. Have to play that one by ear. Tonight's game to be rebroadcast on Channel 15 at a future time. Matter of fact, both games tonight will be on Channel 15.
Sure, everybody in Rutland would love to see MSJ in Rutland tomorrow night. That would be a really good matchup. I think it would be probably one of the better ones I've seen in a long time.
Of course, that's what we always look for, but we'll see what happens in this one. See, Hartford, the makeup of the Hartford Hurricanes just a little bit different than what we saw before, outside of a couple of what we thought were uniform changes anyway, which there were. The roster that I had, just to mention it one more time, was a little different from the one we had tonight. I was working off the first one, but I think we got that one all squared away.
Makes you wonder if those names are put on with Velcro, huh, Jack?
Some of them do wear names, some do not. Caruso and Baccarello at the points. Benoit, Kendrick, and also Nathan Aldrich for Hartford up front. Of course, MSJ has the names, and so does Rutland High. It'll be Brisbane with Bauman and McGregor, Chadwick, Chris Cosgrove, and Kurt Bomborgi at the points. Mike Hogan in goal off to our left. Hartford's goaltender Ken Larrabee. He came up with a beautiful couple of saves late in that first period. Play underway. It's in the Hartford zone. Bauman with it. Bauman far corner, had it knocked down by Benoit. Caruso comes over up to Aldrich. Aldrich clears it out now to Kendrick at center over the red line. Bomborgi poked it away as he got it into the Mountie zone, and the Mounties clear it out to center off the stick of Luke Bauman. Baccarello sends it back into the Mountie zone. Mounties get it back out to center, and now with it is McGregor Chadwick up over the red line along the near boards on Kendrick. Hit by Caruso. Caruso tries to clear, kept in by Chris Cosgrove. Top of the slot, shoots it in, deflected, trickles in front. Caruso knocked it away. It goes in behind the cage. And finally, Hartford controlling, and the Hurricanes get it all the way back down into the Mountie zone as that came in off the stick of Benoit as Bomborgi all the way back into his own zone. Skates it up for MSJ as Hartford changes up. Borgi sent it to the Hartford line, knocked back up to Gilbo off Kudamarsh to Boardman. Boardman in the zone. Boardman collides there with Chris Cosgrove as Cosgrove went down. Now Brisbane got it out to center. Obar finds it and sends it back into the MSJ zone. Back to the end board. Kicking it around is Cosgrove, and we have a whistle here and an interference penalty coming up on Cosgrove. It'll be Chris Cosgrove going off for interference, and Hartford has another power play opportunity. They had a short one to start it off in the first period, then they had one late in the first period, didn't cash in, but Hartford on the power play now, just underway in the second period. 1-1 hockey game. The draw to the right of Mike Hogan in the Mountie zone. It'll be Eric Abel taking the draw for the Mounties. Jesse Boardman taking the draw for the Hartford Hurricanes. Off the draw goes to Gilbo to Kudamarsh along the near boards. Kudamarsh stick handling left to right, sends it back to Boardman along the near boards on a battle there with Abel. Now Kudamarsh with it. Shane Kudamarsh for the Hartford Hurricanes along the board, skates it left to right, top of the circle, along the blue line now. Drops it off now for Obar to Parry. Parry sends it now for Boardman. Near corner, back to Parry. Hartford on the power play as they're setting it up. Back to Boardman to the left wing circle. Set it in front, but Borgi knocks it down, and Abel finds it. Tries to clear it away, but kept in by Boardman. Finally, Borgi finds it at the circle and clears it the length of the ice. 1:22 left on the Hartford power play. Backboard is Obar for the Hartford Hurricanes. Josh Obar sends it out to Benoit over the line. Benoit to the right wing circle. In deep, the save by Hogan. Gilbo hits the rebound in behind the cage near corner. Kudamarsh tries to center it, and Bomborgi finds it and clears it back down into the Hurricane zone, and backboard Obar. Obar behind his own cage. A minute left on the Hurricane power play. 1-1 hockey game. 12:40 left second period. Game one of the tournament. Obar backhands it into the Mountie zone and behind Hogan. In for it, there is Kendrick. Kendrick in behind the cage. Kendrick lost it at the circle, but it comes out to the point now to Amy. Amy tried to go to Baccarello, and it's cleared out. A nice play by Bauman. All the way into the Hartford zone. Brisbane on a chase. Brisbane and Amy collide. Brisbane tries to dig it out. Benoit with it now. 30 seconds left in the Hartford power play. Benoit starts it out left wing side. Sends it up to center to Kendrick, or to Aldrich. Check it. Aldrich had it poke checked away, but Bomborgi goes to Kendrick, and a shot deflected wide to the near corner. Kendrick trying to center it in front to Benoit. Aldrich there, and it comes across the crease to the circle. The Mounties get it out to center as Luke Bauman sends it all the way to the Hartford zone. Vaccarello back for it for Hartford, clears it back out to center, intercepted to center by Brisbane, but Boardman finds it, sends it to the Mountie line. Bombargi finds it as the penalty is over and Hartford is offside as the Hartford Hurricane, Nate Aldridge skated over the line, and so the Mounties successfully kill off that Hartford power play opportunity. 11:45 left, second period. Crowd picking up nicely here at the Mandego Arena. It's 1-1. Brisbane scoring the Mountie goal. Brian Benoit scoring for Hartford.
Hartford with excellent pressure. They moved the puck around really well in their own zone on that, but MSJ was playing the box so well that they just could not get a pass inside the middle of the slot.
Draw just outside the Mountie line. Evil and Boardman. It goes to Trey Shaft in his own zone, but Boardman keeps it in as he steals and sends it in behind Hogan. Off the end board, Kudamar tried to check to tuck it in near side. Couldn't do it. Covered up. Parry now. Shot from the top of the slot. Save as Cosgrove gets the puck away off the rebound up to Trey Shaft. Shaft up over the red line for the Mounties, and Shaft steers it into the Hartford zone to the end board. Back for it is Obar. Obar finally got it to Boardman. Boardman clears up to center, and Cosgrove fires back in behind Larrabee, and Larrabee leaves it for Jeff Parry. In forechecking is Abel. Abel steals in the zone at the circle to Trey Shaft. Quick shot. Save Larrabee. Shaft on the rebound, and it's knocked away back to Trey Shaft. Trevor Shaft is also into the hockey game right now, and Hartford controls, and Obar finds an opening and clears it the length of the ice, and this will be icing against the Hartford Hurricanes. We'll have the draw back in the Hartford zone. So Trey and Trevor Shaft both on that shift.
Trey Shaft having almost a point-blank shot right in front of the net. Beautiful feed by his brother from the corner, but just couldn't put it home. MSJ putting on some good pressure.
Mounties going with Brisbane, Chadwick, and Bauman, Bombargi, and Cosgrove now. Benoit's line in Aldrich and Kendrick. And Caruso at a point along with Vaccarello. The draw to the right of Hartford goaltender Ken Larrabee. Throws to Vaccarello, sends it behind his own cage. Bauman digs it out, brings it to the right wing circle, then lost it to Caruso behind the cage. Sends it around far side, too far for Aldrich. Kept it at the point by Cosgrove. Shoots it in, deflected to the end board, and back board is Caruso. Caruso now to Kendrick. Kendrick trying to clear, but Margie keeps it in, shoots it in around the boards, along the far boards now, and Cosgrove chops it up toward the left wing circle. Caruso knocks it away. Stolen in front by Brisbane. Backhander save Larrabee. And the Hurricanes skated out. Benoit's pass too far for Aldrich all the way into the Mountie zone. Cosgrove beats Aldrich to the puck. Swings it behind his own goaltender. But Kendrick finds it along the near boards. Now Caruso at the point. They're chopping at it. Vaccarello at it. Comes out to center. And now Brisbane with it. Over the line. He'll go in alone on Larrabee. He shoots and scores! Jeff Brisbane, a breakaway goal, and the Mounties lead at 2-1. 10:02 remaining here in the second period. Brisbane went in alone on Ken Larrabee as backhander beat Larrabee.
Hartford defenders looked a little confused on that play. They broke up the play right in their own Mountie zone, and the puck was just sitting there. Brisbane came all the way down. One timed it in there. Beautiful shot.
It is unassisted. He picked it up at center. We get a penalty against the Hartford Hurricanes, Gilbo. I don't know what the penalty was. I didn't catch the call. A misconduct? Is that what they say? Unsportsmanlike conduct. Gilbo, unsportsmanlike conduct. So Brisbane on his second goal has put the Mounties up by a score of 2-1. And now the Mounties go on the power play with 10:02 remaining here in the second period. Brisbane unassisted. Brisbane and Boardman on the draw, and off the draw goes into the Mountie zone. The Mounties on the power play now as they want to get a 2-goal lead here. Mounties have it at center ice with McGregor Chadwick. Chadwick dumps it into the Hartford zone in behind Larrabee, far corner. Trey Shaft in for checking. Digs it out of the corner. Now with it is Brisbane. Skates it to the left wing circle. Out to the point now to Bauman as they set it up. The Shaft out to the point now to Bombargi. Shoots it in and deflected by Boardman all the way back down into the Mountie zone. Nice play by Boardman and backboard Bombargi. And a 26 left on the MSJ power play. Bombargi sends it right wing side, off the near boards, too far for Chadwick. Swatted back into the Mountie zone by Perry from outside the red line. And this is offside, Hartford.
Good opportunity for MSJ here to really move the puck around with their power play. I'm anxious to find out. We've always seen them a man down tonight. This is one of the few times tonight we've seen them a man up.
9:20 left, second period. It's 2-1 MSJ, and the Mounties have 1:18 left on their power play opportunity. The draw on center ice, Brian Benoit for the Hurricanes. Jeff Brisbane, who scored twice for the Mounties, goes to Shaft, steers it into the Hartford zone. Kendrick had it knocked down, got it back again. Kept in by Bauman along the far boards. Sent it to the corner. Now Kendrick with it, swats it around his own goaltender near side. Kept in at the right point by Babargi. Babargi to Chadwick, back to Babargi. The Mounties on the power play. Babargi looking, stick handling, sent it to the slot to Shaft, and a shot knocked away. Shaft got it back again. It was knocked away by Vaccarello, but finally finding it is Kendrick, and he sends it out to center. 47 seconds left on the MSJ power play. Babargi back over the Hartford line. Babargi to the right wing circle. Babargi right to left, backhander, knocked away by Larrabee. Comes all the way out to the line to McGregor Chadwick, and he fires into the end board in behind Larrabee. Brisbane digs it out. Brisbane to the far corner. Brisbane out to the point to Babargi. Babargi, the right wing circle to Chadwick. Lines it up, save Larrabee. And we got a man in the crease.
Beautiful setup by Babargi. It's too bad they had to
Boy, they're looking good on the power play. They haven't scored, but they've had a couple of opportunities.
Babargi fooled the whole entire Hartford defense on that one. Came all the way in from the right side. And the Hartford defense thought he was going to pass off. He took the shot right on Larrabee.
25 seconds left on the MSJ power play. Able to take the draw now against Benoit. Off the draw, Able taps it back, got it back again, tapped it to Cosgrove, skates it to the red line, and deflects it all the way in on Larrabee, and Larrabee will smother the puck. We'll have a draw here in the Hartford zone. 8:17 left, second period, 2-1 MSJ. A pair of goals by Jeff Brisbane. 16 seconds left on the MSJ power play. Well, an MSJ win tonight would assure us that we would at least have the second game tomorrow night. MSJ wins this opener here against Hartford. Doherty and Cosgrove at the points, and now Eric Able in with Bill Babb and also Trevor Shaft. Trevor Shaft off the draw, got it out to Cosgrove to the right point to Doherty. Shoots it in, glove by Larrabee, would have gone wide, but we'll have a draw here in the Hartford zone with 9 seconds left on the MSJ power play. That's how much time left on Gilbo's penalty. Now Trey Shaft will skate in, or Trevor Shaft. So it's Trey Shaft for Trevor, and Eric Able in, also Billy Babb, Kevin Doherty, and Chris Cosgrove on the Mountie power play. On the draw to Babb, chops at it, deflected to the near corner. Parry finds an opening and clears it the length of the ice. Wide of Hogan, and that does the penalty. Back for Cosgrove. Both teams at full strength. Less than 8 minutes remaining second period. MSJ with a 2-1 lead. For the left wing side, Shaft in the Mountie zone. Trey Shaft off the far boards to Able. Able taps it off the boards into the Hartford zone. Backboard is Perry for the Hurricanes. Stolen away in the zone by Able to Trey Shaft. Shaft left to right at the slot. Shot goes wide of Larrabee along the far boards. It comes out to Kudamarsh. And Bill Babb went back all the way into the Hartford, behind the Hartford goaltender. The goal came off the mooring, so we got a stoppage in play. And the draw will come outside the Hartford zone. Crowd picking up nicely here on a cold night at the Royce Mandigo Arena. We'll have another one to follow after this. Rutland High taking on Hull Mass. Shaddy is getting some action here. Jason Shaddy is on the line along with Boardman, Kudamarsh, Perry, and Obar. Perry and Obar at the points. The draw just outside the Hartford zone. Off the draw to Cosgrove at the red line. Fires in wide of Larrabee off the end board. Backboard Perry. Perry sends it up to Shaddy. Shaddy gets it out to center to Jesse Boardman. Boardman, nice pass to Kudamarsh. Puts on a move at the line on Cosgrove, and Cosgrove steals. Sends it for Chadwick, but Boardman knocks it to the far corner. And Cosgrove dug it out. Got it out to Chadwick to Brisbane. Up to center. 2-on-2. He's got Bauman with him. Bauman with it now. Bauman over the line. Bauman back to Brisbane. In front now. The backhander save by Larrabee. Comes to Bauman. Bauman along the near boards. Got it to Babargi. Sent it in front to Chadwick. Down to Brisbane. Turn around backhander save Larrabee. And we're going to stoppage and play. Shot before in front. A beautiful play. Brisbane and Bauman. Bauman got it in front. The shot came from McGregor Chadwick. Larrabee equal to the challenge. And now we got a draw to the right of Ken Larrabee.
Beautiful combination by Bowman and Chadwick. Passing it around just like they do at practice as if they're taught. A beautiful shot on net. I thought for sure that would have been an instant backhand goal.
Draw to the right of Larrabee, Hartford zone. Brian Benoit for Hartford. Jeff Brisbane for the Mounties. Off the draw, Vaccarello fanned on it initially. McGregor Chadwick sent it to the corner. Vaccarello gets it back again. Kicks it behind his own cage. And over for it, Brian Benoit, who's got the Hartford goal tonight. Stolen away by Bauman. Sends it behind the cage. Far boards for McGregor Chadwick. Chadwick sends it to the end board. Benoit back for it. Benoit tried to clear. Kept it by Cosgrove left point. Fires in. Deflected. Wide. Back forward is T.J. Kendrick for the Hartford Hurricanes. Kendrick behind his own cage. Sends it out right wing side for Aldridge. Nate Aldridge, left wing pass now. It comes out to Caruso up the center. Knocked down by Bauman as Bauman goes down. Back forward is Aldridge. Aldridge swings it back in front of his own goaltender. Try to clear it. Kept in by Cosgrove. His shot's deflected way up into the air to the end board. Caruso sends it to the far corner for Aldridge. Aldridge out to Benoit. Benoit clears it out to center. Back forward is Bombargi. Bombargi retreats to his own line. Back into his own zone for MSJ as he winds it up right wing side. Sends it up to center to Brisbane. Brisbane to Babb. Babb over the Hartford line along the near boards. Hit there. Puck comes loose. And clearing it out to center is Hartford's Kendrick. Babb steals. Babb got it to Trey Schaff. Trey Schaff backhands it to the end board. Ricocheting in and behind Larrabee for Babb. Babb is hit by Caruso. It goes to Benoit, but Abel steals. Abel to Shaft at the slot. Knocked off the puck out to Doherty at the point. Knocked down, and Benoit skates it out to center. One man back. Benoit is hit by Bombargi. Nice play by Bombargi as he and Benoit go down behind the Mountie goaltender Mike Jones, and
no penalty.
No, not Mike Jones.
Or Mike Hogan. I'm sorry, Mike Hogan.
Beautiful play by Bombargi.
Getting him mixed up with last year's goalie. I did that in the first game too, once or twice. The clock ran, is still running. Mike Hogan, of course. The draw comes just outside the Mountie zone here. 5:14 remaining here in the second period. 2-1 MSJ.
Bombargi beautifully taking the man on that one. Benoit coming down with the breakaway.
Off the draw, Boardman got into the Mountie zone. Cosgrove back forward, shoots it out all the way to the Hartford line, and Amy back forward. Down to Perry. Perry sent it out to center, intercepted by Abel. Abel spun around, got it to the circle, but it's cleared back out from Boardman to Shaddy. Shaddy over the red line, and Shaddy steers it in behind Mike Hogan. And in there, Boardman, he tried to send it in front, deflected by Abel as the Mounties try to clear. Barry keeps it in. Mounties try to clear with Shaft. It goes to the end board. We got a battle there. Doherty over. And Boardman over. Boardman trying to dig it out. Comes loose. Doherty. Now Boardman again along the near boards. They're all up along the near boards fighting for the puck here. Boardman trying to break it loose. It's out of our view here. And it goes in on Mike Hogan. He steers it behind his own cage for Cosgrove. Left wing pass now for Shaft. Shaft up to center to Babb. Babb up over the red line. Bill Babb over the Hartford line. Goes right by Amy. Nice move. Babb in deep in behind Larrabee. Trickles in front. Over for it is Kudamarsh. Kudamarsh tries to clear. Cosgrove now at the point. Cosgrove sent it near side. Shaddy intercepts for Hartford. Gets it out to center off the far boards. Back for it Cosgrove. Cosgrove tried to clear it away. Kept in by Benoit. Benoit along the line. Mountie zone. Backhands it in. And Hogan managed to make the save as he cleared it to the end board. Back for it Cosgrove. Pass too far for Shaft up to center. And back for it Vaccarello at the red line. He fires back into the Mountie zone. And Hogan leaves it for Cosgrove. 3:40 remaining second period. 2-1 MSJ. Bauman tries to clear and does. Caruso couldn't keep it into the point. Got it back into the zone and back for it Cosgrove behind his own cage. And he tries to clear it out and does. Deflected out to center. Too far for Bauman. Caruso hit by Bauman. Caruso looking for it. Bauman got it back again. Caruso sends it across the red line where Cosgrove finds it. Fires into the Hartford zone off the end board. Played by Vaccarello. Caruso with it now. And his pass stolen away by Bauman. Backhands it in wide to the far corner. Vaccarello hit by McGregor Chadwick. McGregor Chadwick now has it. Sends it out to the left point to Cosgrove. Back too far for Chadwick to the end board. Back for it Vaccarello. Try to clear it away. Brisbane with it in the Hartford zone to Chadwick to Brisbane. Backhander wide. Comes to the near corner. Over backboard now. Bauman and Brisbane trying to dig it out. Comes loose to Chadwick, hit by Benoit. Chadwick goes down. Now Caruso comes over, tries to clear it away. Bombardier keeps it at the point. This shot, save, and on the rebound they score. McGregor Chadwick, 3-1 MSJ, 2:39 remaining in the second period. Bombardier took the shot in from the point. Larrabee made the save, and Chadwick was right there at the near post to tap in the rebound. 3-1 Mounties.
Brisbane had the initial tip on that one, Jack. I think that Chadwick was right there to poke it in. I think Larrabee thought he had the save. He had his glove up in the air. Beautiful play by the Mounties.
Chadwick on the goal. Bombardier, who took the initial shot from the point, getting an assist. 3-1 Mounties as play back in. It's in the Hartford zone. Schaff with it. Ray Schaff. Stick handling. Wanted to come out to Cosgrove. Schaff managed to shoot it in wide of Larrabee along the near boards. Bill Babb clears it out, but stolen away by Boardman. Boardman gets it out to Kudamarsh. Up over the red line, fires all the way in on Mike Hogan, and Hogan will drop it for Cosgrove, but he didn't get the chance. Kept in by Chatty, but the Mounties control as Bombardier sends it out to Schaff, to Babb. Babb over the Hartford line. Babb hit by Obar as it came out to center. Chatty had it for a moment back in the Hartford zone, and back forward is Perry. Less than 2 minutes remaining second period. 3-1 MSJ. The puck goes all the way to the Mountie line, and back forward is Kurt Bombardier. Kurt Bombardier sends it toward the Hartford line, knocked down by Obar, back to the Mountie line, and Bombardier with it. Skates it up over the red line. Bombardier over the Hartford line, left wing circle. Bombardier shoots, save Larrabee, and he hangs on. As Chadwick was right there at the doorstep waiting for a rebound that never came. Minute 40 left second period. 3-1 MSJ. Pair of goals for Brisbane, and McGregor Chadwick a few moments ago off the rebound as the rifle shot came in from Bombardier at the point.
Bombardier taking the initiative on that one, took 3 Hartford defenders in with him going into the zone, made 2 nifty little moves, came down and decided to take the shot himself.
Draw to the right of Larrabee in the Hartford zone. Off the draw, goes to Chadwick, top of the circle. Shot hit up into the air. Comes down to Brisbane. Quick shot deflected by Larrabee to the end board. In behind the cage now is McGregor Chadwick. Down to Bauman, top of the slot, out to the point to Bombardier. One times and save Larrabee as he sent it to the end board. Brisbane with it in behind Larrabee. Brisbane turn around, back to the Chadwick at the end board. Chadwick back to Brisbane, left wing circle. His backhander fans on it a little bit, and the Hurricanes clear it the length of the ice. No icing. As on a chase now is Kendrick, but Bombardier beats him to the puck. Puck loose. Aldrich with it in behind Hogan. In front to Kendrick, and Kendrick's shot goes wide. Out to the left point. It comes now to Amy. Fires in. Deflected wide. 55 seconds left in the second period. McGregor Chadwick with it now. Left wing side. He sends it off the near boards all the way into the Hartford zone. And back forward Amy to Vaccarello. Vaccarello clears it out to center, and there's Bombardier sending it back to the Hartford line. Benoit had it knocked away by Brisbane to Chadwick over the line. McGregor Chadwick holds it, left wing circle. In front, wanted to go to Bauman by him to the near corner, and skating it out now for the Hartford Hurricanes is Gilbo. Gilbo out to Kudamarsh over the line. Kudamarsh to the right wing circle. In deep on Doherty. Trying to center it, nobody there. Comes to Perry along the near boards. Sent it to the circle. Brisbane steals and clears it. 18 seconds left in the second period. 3-1 MSJ all the way back into the Hartford zone. Babb with it. Top of the circle, fires in, right patch saved by Larrabee, and it comes all the way out toward the line. Kudamarsh to Obar. Obar clears it to the Mountie zone. That should do the period. Bombardier back for 2 seconds left, 1, and that is the end of the second period. And that period belonged to MSJ. We played 2 here in the first round of the Rutland Holiday Hockey Tournament at the Royce Mandigo Arena. 2 periods of the first game, and after 2, it's MSJ 3 and Hartford 1. We'll be back after this timeout. We'll be set for third period action here momentarily. Game 1, first night of the Rutland Holiday Hockey Tournament. MSJ with a 3-1 lead over the Hartford Hurricanes. The Hull Mass Pirates under coach Mike O'Donnell will be taking on the Rutland High Red Raiders in Game 2. It was MSJ and Hull meeting in the championship game last year.
Devastating loss of seniors for Hull. Reaching into their depth for the 7th and 8th grade classes. Quite a few of them at that, too.
We'll see what happens here. Mike Hogan doing his housekeeping in the goal off to our right. Ken Larrabee will be doing that in the goal off to our left. The Mounties will be going right to left in the third period. Hartford going left to right here in the third period. The Mounties have coach Jeff Johnson. I know that that's what you got to do to be warm, but all right, we're set to go for third period action here. Game 1 of the holiday tournament.
Raha having some ice problems earlier. A couple weeks ago, they actually lost a majority of the ice. Looks all right tonight, though. The weather has a lot to do with it.
See what happens here in the third period. MSJ fell behind 1-0 in the first period, and it came back to tie it 1-1, and that was the score after a period, and scored 2 unanswered goals in the second period for their 3-1 lead that they have right now. It'll be Benoit, Aldrich, and Kendrick, Caruso, and Vaccarello for the Hartford Hurricanes here. Brisbane, Chadwick, and Bauman, Cosgrove, and Kurt Bombargi. Cosgrove and Bombargi at the points here for MSJ. Set to go. Mike Hogan in goal for the Mounties off to our right. Ken Larrabee for the Hurricanes off to our right. Off to our left is Vaccarello, has it his own line for Hartford to Benoit. His pass stolen away by Brisbane. Got it into the Hartford zone. Caruso back forward, and then Bauman finds it and sends it to the near corner. Dug out by McGregor Chadwick, who's got a goal in this game. Chadwick near corner, hit by Benoit as the puck comes loose. Benoit sent it to the circle now. Aldrich with it. Aldrich's pass goes behind Benoit, but Benoit plays it off Kendrick and skates it over the Mountie line. His shot knocked down by Bombargi, poked out by Aldrich, and knocked away by Hogan. Along the far boards it goes, and Bauman backhands it out to center. Backboard Vaccarello for the Hurricanes, back to his own line and sends it to the Mountie zone. And there is Kurt Bombargi. Bombargi shoots it to the Hartford line for McGregor Chadwick. Chadwick lost it to Vaccarello, who clears it back out to center. Backboard Kurt Bombargi, his own zone for MSJ. Winds it up over the red line. Both clubs change up here. Now to Trevor Shaft, or Trey Shaft, over the Hartford line. It's knocked back out to center, and the backboard is Kevin Doherty. Doherty sends it to the Hartford zone where Perry finds it, sends it up for Boardman. Boardman lost it in the zone to Abel, and Abel sends it in behind Larrabee. Backboard Obar. Obar up to Kudamarsh, right wing side. Kudamarsh pass up to Boardman, knocked down by Doherty at center. It goes to Babb. Babb steers it into the Hartford zone and behind Larrabee. Comes to the near corner now. Shaft tries to dig it out. Trey Shaft could not as Obar skates it out and sends it up to Kudamarsh at center. Over the Mountie line. Kudamarsh skates it left to right. Goes to Boardman. Quick shot deflected in front by Gilbo. Comes to the near corner. Kudamarsh digs it out. Back to Gilbo near corner. And in front wanted to go to Boardman right across the crease off the far boards out to center. And Perry knocks it back into the Mountie zone. And backboard is Kevin Doherty for MSJ. Along the near boards, Kudamarsh in forechecking. Trey Shaft comes over. Boardman is over. Trey Shaft has it. Shoots it behind his own goaltender out for Billy Babb along the far boards. Hit by Gilbo. And Abel finds it and clears it out to center. And backboard Boardman, his own zone for Hartford. Knocked down by Trey Shaft. And he sends it in behind Larrabee as the Mounties change up. And Hartford tries to steer it out. Aldrich now gets it out to center. Aldrich bumped at center as Shaft goes back for it and backhands it back into the Hartford zone in behind Larrabee. And backboard is Perry, shadowed by Bauman. Perry's pass too far for Kendrick up to center. Trickles into the Mountie zone, and backboard is Kurt Bombargi. Kurt Bombargi swings it around his own cage, left wing side for Cosgrove. And kept in by Benoit, though, as he stole the puck, sent it in behind Hogan. Backboard Bombargi, but overboard now is DJ Kendrick along the far boards. Sent it to the top of the slot, intercepted by Chadwick. Skates it out to center, hit by Vaccarello. Chadwick hit by Vaccarello again at the Hartford line. Got it to the end board behind Larrabee. On a bounce, Larrabee knocked it away, and Amy with it now for the Hartford Hurricanes. His pass stolen away by Brisbane in the zone. Brisbane skates it left to right. Lost it to Aldrich. Nate Aldrich skates it out to center for Hartford. up over the red line, and hit by Cosgrove as he got it to the near corner, hit by Brisbane. Brisbane off of Chadwick now. Cosgrove manages to sweep it out to center, where Gilbo knocks it all the way in on Hogan, and we have a offside call here against Hartford. 3-1 Mounties, 11:45 left in the game. Game 1, first night of the Rutland Holiday Tournament.
MSJ getting a little physical toward the end of that.
The draw will come at center ice. Abel back in with Trey Shaft and Bill Babb, Chris Cosgrove, and Kevin Doherty. The alignment for MSJ. Cosgrove back to his own zone for the Mounties now. Sends it to Doherty. Doherty sends it ahead to Babb. Babb had it knocked away toward Doherty. Now Shaft steers it all the way in on Larrabee and leaves it for Jesse Boardman. Jesse Boardman lost it to Abel. Abel sent it to the far corner, but Parry with it. Can't clear. Doherty keeps it in. At the point, wanted to go to Shaft. Puck comes loose, and now Gilbo out to center for Hartford. Gilbo is hit by Doherty. Gets it in behind Hogan now. As Kudamarsh in forechecking Cosgrove. Sent it to the far corner where Gilbo has it. We have a penalty coming up for slashing with 11:12 left in the hockey game. And who will be going off?
Hartford.
It'll be Boardman off for slashing. So the Mounties have a power play opportunity with 11:12 left in the game. The Mounties have a 3-1 lead.
MSJ has a chance to show their power play in action here. Being a man down more than 3 times so far, actually exactly 3 times within the last two periods. It's one of the few times they are on the power play.
Kudamarsh at Brisbane on the draw outside the Mountie line. Kudamarsh steers it into the Mountie zone. The Mounties on the power play. Bamborgi sends it too far for Shaft off the near boards. In behind Larrabee it'll go. Larrabee leaves it for Obar. Obar swings it out left wing side, but keeping it in at the point is Bamborgi. Pulls it along the far boards. He sent it to McGregor Chadwick. Chadwick lost it, and Boardman finds it and clears it the length of the ice. Minute 35 left on the MSJ power play. 10:44 left in the game. Kudamarsh manages to beat everybody to the puck in the Mountie zone. Hit by Bamborgi. Puck comes loose, and now Shaft with it left wing side. Got the pass from Chadwick. Shaft hit at the red line by Benoit, but got it to Chadwick, back to Shaft, and he steers it into the Hartford zone. Macarello backboard, initially fanned on it, swings it around. Bauman comes over. Funny bounce to the circle. Kendrick lost it to Bauman. Bauman controlling now. Hartford zone trying to feed the point, and it goes between Chadwick and Bamborgi all the way back down into the Mountie zone as Hogan will leave it for McGregor Chadwick. Sends it near side for Kirk Bamborgi. 55 seconds left on the MSJ power play. Bamborgi up to Brisbane at the Mountie line. To Chadwick over the Hartford line along the far boards. Puts on a move right to left. Fires in. Larrabee makes the save and hangs on. 43 seconds left on the Mountie power play. 9:55 left in the game. MSJ's got the 3-1 lead. Now Trevor Shaft in with Eric Abel and Bill Babb. Cosgrove is in with Kurt Bamborgi at the points. The draw to the left of Ken Larrabee in the Hartford zone. It'll be Benoit and Abel on the draw. Bouncing puck, Abel sends it to the slot, but Hartford clears it out. John Vaccarello all the way back into the Mountie zone, and backboard is Kurt Bamborgi. 34 seconds left in the Mountie power play. Bamborgi starts it up right wing side. Knocked down by Aldrich. Nice play to Benoit. Left wing circle. Fires and the save by Hogan. Rebound to Aldrich and try to go back to Benoit. By him to the near boards. And overboard is Bill Babb. Babb sends it out to Abel at center. Ridden off the puck by Aldrich. Aldrich got it to the line. Abel had it again. Popped up into the air, and Cosgrove swats it into the Hartford zone. And backboard is Kendrick. 6 seconds left on the Mountie power play. Kendrick behind his own cage, starts it out left wing side and clears it out to center. Bamborgi finds it, fires back into the Hartford zone. Penalty is over, both teams at full strength. Trey Shaft in forechecking. Baccarello has it for Hartford. Went around now, Boardman with it. Boardman starts it out right wing side up to center. Boardman up over the red line. Splits the defense over the Mountie line. He's dragged down as Gilbo has it. A penalty coming up against MSJ. Abel plays the puck, and here comes the penalty. It is a hooking call against MSJ. And Hartford, who just a moment ago successfully killed off the Mountie power play, Hartford now goes on its own power play opportunity. Cosgrove on the hooking call. And coming with 8:49 left in the game.
MSJ not mustering up a shot on that offensive power play. Good defense by Hartford.
Bembargi, Brisbane, Bauman, and Chadwick. It'll be Boardman, Kudamarsh, and Gilbo, along with Obar and Parry on the Hartford power play. Drawn to the right of Mike Hogan in the MSJ zone. Brisbane plays it off the far boards. Brisbane over skates into the circle. Gilbo had it now, Bembargi, but Gilbo gets it back again along the far boards. Hartford on the power play. Out along the far boards, left point now to Parry, to Obar, right point. Obar to the circle right side to Kudamarsh, back to Parry, left wing circle. His shot, save as it is deflected to the end board. Bembargi tried to clear it away. Parry keeps it in, but Bembargi gets it back again, finds an opening and clears it all the way in on Larrabee out of the cage. He will leave it for Obar. A minute 30 left on the Hartford power play. Obar now to Kudamarsh over the Mountie line. Kudamarsh skates it right to left along the line, leaves it for Obar. Now to Boardman near corner. Hartford on the power play. Boardman trying to go out to the point, but Bauman found it and cleared it the length of the ice as Chadwick was playing without a stick. Larrabee sent it all the way out to center to Gilbo. Gilbo sends it off the near boards back into his own zone for Obar. 1:05 left on the Hartford power play. Kudamarsh now steered it off Boardman, who steers it in on Hogan, and Hogan steers it to the end board. Boardman gets it back again, hit by Bembargi. Bembargi steals, starts it out right wing side, finds an opening and clears all the way into the Hartford zone. 50 seconds left on the Hartford power play. 7:34 left in the game. 3-1 MSJ. Hurricanes trying to start it up again. Vaccarello up to center. Vaccarello up over the red line. Poke checked away by Brisbane to Bauman. He overskated it. And Hartford now controlling over the line is Aldrich. And this is offside. Hartford. 31 seconds left on the Hartford power play. 7:20 left in the game. 3-1 Mountie lead.
Hartford putting a lot of pressure on MSJ. 31 seconds left in the penalty to Cosgrove.
We'll have Rutland and Hull-Mass to follow. We'll take about a 15 to 20 minute break between games. Of course, we'll have the post-game show here. 7th Clear Award winner and the MVP. Vaccarello at center. Had it knocked down by Abel. Now Aldrich with it at center. Aldrich got it into the Mountie zone where Bembargi picks it up. Bembargi swing it behind his own goaltender and clear it all the way out to center and back forward Caruso for Hartford. Caruso manages to poke it ahead now to Kendrick, and Kendrick steers it in behind Hogan. 8 seconds left on the Hartford power play. Kendrick got it back again to Benoit, trying to center it, knocked away by Hogan. Mounties clear out to center. That will do the penalty as they successfully kill off that Hartford power play all the way in the Hartford zone. Larrabee sends it along the near boards for Aldrich. Aldrich got it out to center now to Benoit. Benoit over the Mountie line. Benoit ridden off the puck by Cosgrove, trickles in on Hogan, and Hogan smothers the puck and hangs on. 6:35 left in the game. Game 1 of the holiday tournament. First night, 3-1 MSJ.
Benoit and Cosgrove on that play, absolutely crushing Benoit, trying to get in between them. With two defensemen like that, that is the wrong thing to do.
Trevor Schaff and Trey Schaft and Kevin Doherty and Chris Cosgrove in, along with Bill Babb right now for the Mounties. Gilbo, Kudamarsh, Boardman, Parry. Parry has it along the far boards off the draw. Got it to the end board. Cosgrove had it written off the puck. Now Kudamarsh with it. Kudamarsh along the near boards. Also Obar is in for Hartford. Now Boardman skates it right to left. A shot. Save. Hogan a beauty as he covered up on the short side. Right on the near post. And he hangs on. Now Eric Abel skates onto the ice for MSJ, and Kurt Bembargi skates on. Trevor Schaft is off, and now Kevin Doherty skates off. Obar and Parry at the points. Boardman, Gilbo, and Kudamarsh. Up front for Hartford, it is Gilbo taking the draw with Abel, and it's won by the Mounties as Bembargi shoots it off the far boards. Trickles into the Hartford zone on a chase. Babb. Parry hit it off the far boards for Boardman now. Hartford zone, but coming over to knock it away. Abel to Babb initially. Babb shot save. Larrabee. And back forward Parry as he lost his stick. Parry hits Abel. We're going to have a penalty coming up on Parry for holding.
Hey, straight down! Straight!
So the Mounties go on another power play with 6 minutes left in the game here. 3-1 MSJ. Let's see, who will be going off for holding? Are they both going off? No.
I believe just Parry.
No, right in the first time, first place, Parry. So MSJ indeed will be going on the power play. Jeff Parry. Jeff Parry going off for MSJ on the power play. Then MSJ gets a goal, and they pretty much put this one away. Hartford gets it, and we go down to the wire perhaps here. Brisbane on the draw with Benoit. It trickles all the way in on Larrabee. Puck still loose. Comes loose to the far corner. Chadwick pokes at it. Sent it in behind Larrabee. Macarello comes over and tries to clear it away. Bauman kept it in. Macarello gets it back again. Can't clear. From Bargy to Chadwick. One times it saved Larrabee. From the top of the right wing circle, a screamer by McGregor. Chadwick and Larrabee came up with a save. Mountie is putting some pressure on here on the power play. A minute 43 left on the Mountie power play. 5:42 left in the game. Nobody scored here in the third period. The Mounties have that 3-1 lead. Benoit and Brisbane on the draw to the left of Barabee. Brisbane looking for it. Now it comes out to Bauman, and we have a high stick. And Larrabee is the Hartford goaltender. It's a high-sticking penalty,
McGregor.
and it's on Brisbane.
Brisbane.
So there will be skating 4-on-4, so that negates the MSJ power play opportunity. And coming with 5:38 left in the game. Be thinking, Perry, of a 7th Player Award winner, unsung hero, and the J.P. Carrar & Sons MVP at the end of this one tonight. We'll have a long season left. Players will get the unsung hero and the MVP, I'm sure. Players will get both awards during the course of the season. Play underway as Kendrick sends it all the way in on Hogan from outside the blue line, and he covers up. Minute 51 left on the Brisbane penalty for MSJ. Minute 29 left on the Perry penalty for Hartford. 5:28 left in the game. On the draw to the left to Mike Hogan in the MSJ zone.
Kind of slowed down a little bit in this third period.
Just a little bit. It'll be Abel on the draw with Jesse Boardman. Abel for the Mounties to the left of Hogan. Off the draw goes to Bargy along the near boards. Bargy starts it out now. Bargy sends it up to center, knocked down by Gilbo at the Hartford line. Got it back out to center. Abel with it. Eric Abel sends it to Trey Schaff. Got it into the Hartford zone. Obar picks it up and sends it back out to center. Cosgrove finds it and sends it all the way in on Larrabee, and Larrabee will drop it for Gilbo. Gilbo stick handling in front of his own goaltender. Gets it up to Kudamarsh. Kudamarsh now to Boardman to the Mountie line, and his shot goes in wide of Hogan. On the boards near side for Cosgrove. He's hit. And now Obar sends it in from the near board. Saved by Hogan. The Mounties try to clear it out. Boardman keeps it in. Marchie couldn't quite clear it out. To Kudamarsh, his pass intercepted by Abel. Up to Trey Schaft at center. And his pass intercepted by Boardman. Sends it back to Obar. Intercepted in the zone by Abel. In a Larrabee. He scores! Eric Abel! It's 4-1 Mounties. 4:37 left in the hockey game. Great play by Eric Abel.
Eric Abel came down on that when the Hartford defender just lost the puck. It was just sitting there to the left of him, right in the middle of the zone. Abel came right in, took a shot on the right-hand side of Larrabee. Beautiful, beautiful deep by Abel.
That's unassisted, as that goal earlier, the second goal by Brisbane, was unassisted. Eric Abel on the goal, and the Mounties have a 3-goal lead, and that coming with both teams skating 4 men. Play underway. It's back in the Hartford zone, and Macarello was hit by McGregor Chadwick. Now the Hurricanes control. Skating out to center with it for the Hurricanes is Benoit. Pass too far for Aldrich. This will be icing against Hartford. 43 seconds left on the Brisbane penalty. 22 seconds left on Perry's penalty. It'll be a short power play opportunity for Hartford when Perry comes back, about 21 seconds. As a matter of fact, exactly that. 4:21 left in the game as the draw is back in the Hartford zone to the right of Larrabee. 4-1 MSJ. That's the goal. That's the goal that they were looking for the 3-goal lead. Hartford gets the goal, and it's down to 1. Now it's
a relaxing
couple of goal swing. Yeah. Make it a little bit more comfortable for MSJ. Play back in. Cosgrove left point out to the right point to Bambargi. Skates into the right wing circle. Whistles it in. Save Larrabee. Back to Bambargi at the circle. Now to Bauman. Lines it up. Save Larrabee. And he puts his glove to the big glove on the left-hand side on top of the puck. And we're going to stoppage in play. 8 seconds left on Perry's penalty. In 8 seconds, Hartford will have a 21-second or 22-second power play opportunity. 30 seconds left on Brisbane's penalty. 4:07 left in the game. It's 4-1 MSJ. McGregor, Chadwick, and Benoit on the draw to the left of Larrabee. Hartford zone. Off the draw to Bauman. Quick shot. Larrabee the save. The rebound goes down to Kendrick in behind the cage, and he sends it off the near boards. Right wing side out to center is Aldridge. Sent it to the Mountie line where Cosgrove finds it and clears it the length of the ice. And off the end board it comes, and Larrabee has to shoot it all the way out to center. Bomborgi with it, and he sends it the length of the ice as we have 9 seconds left on the Brisbane penalty. The penalty is over to Parry, so right now Hartford is on the power play. The Mountie's actually short-handed, so you can do that. I don't know if they inadvertently... that's what happened before.
I think they...
thinking that they might have been at full strength, but the Mounties are short-handed. At any rate, we'll have the... I'm not going to say anything. They're sponsors, Carl Hatfield and Dave Anderson from Snapple. It was a good call.
Hartford making some big mistakes on defense. The
capitalistic pig or what? Play back in. It's in the MSJ zone in behind Hogan and back forward to Cosgrove. 2 seconds, 1 left on the Brisbane penalty, and it is over. Both teams at full strength as feed came in front. It goes to Boardman. The shot from the circle. Great save by Hogan, and he covers up with Gilbo at the doorstep. Gilbo had the initial shot. It went out to Boardman at the left wing circle, and he was down. Hogan was down, but he managed to get his glove on the puck.
Just barely grabbed that on the edge of his glove. That would have been an open door.
3:30 left in the game. 4-1 Mounties. Draw to the right of Mike Hogan. Puck loose in the circle, and it finally cleared out by Bomborgi the length of the ice. And this will be icing against MSJ. Mounties going with Billy Babb and Eric Abel, Trey Shaft, and also Kurt Bomborgi and Chris Cosgrove in there. Gilbo with Kudamarsh and Boardman, Parry, and Amy for the Hartford Hurricanes. Off the draw, Boardman, left wing circle, ridden off the puck. Trey Shaft intercepts. Trey Shaft controlling the puck along the line and gets ridden off the puck, hit by Kudamarsh. Still trying to clear it away. Went back to Cosgrove. Cosgrove's pass kept in by Boardman. Boardman ridden off by Bomborgi at the slot, and Abel clears it out to center. Deflected out to Amy, and from the red line fires back into the Mountie zone. Cosgrove in behind Hogan. Chris Cosgrove. Less than 3 minutes remaining in the game. Boardman keeps it in for Hartford. Stolen along the far boards, but Bomborgi with it out. Clears it out to center. Steered back into the Mountie zone by Amy, and back forward is Chris Cosgrove. Sends it in behind his own cage off the end board up for Bomborgi. Kept in by Parry. Takes the shot. On the left side, it goes in behind the cage. Cosgrove has it. Out for Shaft. Shaft's pass too far for Abel. Came out to center. Benoit has to backhand it back into the Mountie zone. 2:30 left in the game. The Mounties 4 and Hartford 1. The Mounties will be playing in the championship game tomorrow night. As out at center with it, Kendrick sent it back to his own zone for Caruso to Vaccarello. Vaccarello sends it off Kendrick as it was deflected right to Benoit to Kendrick, and they steer it back into the Mountie zone in behind Hogan, and back forward is Cosgrove. Cosgrove tries to clear it away, kept in by Caruso at the left point, sends it back to the end board in behind Hogan, and back forward, well, Bomborgi couldn't quite reach it. Aldridge knocked it away, got it to Kendrick, back to Aldridge, and now the Mounties skated out. Chadwick got it out to center to Babb, to Brisbane, got it into the Hartford zone. Caruso clears it out to center. Back forward Doherty, and he pokes it for Bomborgi. Minute 48 left in the game. Bomborgi now up to center to McGregor. Chadwick over the Hartford line. Chadwick, right wing circle, right to left in front to Bauman. Lines it up. Great save by Larrabee. Puck loose. Brisbane poking at it. Puck comes loose again. They finally blow the whistle. Minute 36 left in the game. 4-1 MSJ. So with MSJ going to the title game, we're assured of having the late game tomorrow, Perry, and we'll see what happens in game 2 tonight between Rutland and Hull Mans.
Beautiful play by Brisbane and Chadwick. Passing it back and forth, a real big pile up in front of the net there.
Draw to the right of Larrabee, Hartford zone. Brisbane will take it with Boardman. John Babb was going to come in for Kevin Doherty, but he will come in just a couple of seconds here. Play back in, Obar back behind his own cage. Swings it around for Gilbo, hit by Bauman. Coming over now is Perry. Bauman keeps it alive. Bauman sends it now to Brisbane. Brisbane shoots and scores. It might have been deflected in front by Chadwick.
It was.
Chadwick might have deflected it. I believe he did. It's 5-1 MSJ with a minute 21 remaining here in the hockey game. If indeed was McGregor Chadwick. It is his second goal of the hockey game. Give it to Brisbane. Brisbane gets the hat trick. So Chadwick apparently never got a stick on it. Play underway again. Boardman in on Hogan. Shoots and it goes wide. All the way around the boards, kept in by Perry. We'll get to all the assists here as the Mounties have some young players in there. Gudemarsh with it. Gudemarsh tried to clear it out to the point. Boardman with it at the circle as Hannigan is in there and he tried to clear it away. And Hannigan now for MSJ can't clear it. Perry keeps it in the left point. Shot goes way up into the air, knocked down by John Babb. Kurt Mambargy is there. 48 seconds left in the game. Boardman. Shot saved by Hogan, a beauty. Colin Brandon is in, tries to clear it out. We got a whistle here, and we got some fisticuffs in front of the MSJ goaltender Mike Hogan, Kurt Mambargy. I guess they got tangled up just a bit. Gudemarsh and Mambargy. Hannigan is in for MSJ. Also, Colin Brandon is in. Brett LaFaso is in for MSJ. John Babb.
Connor Mars is going off.
Gilbo's going on. It's Gilbo going off and Gudemarsh going off now, and Mambargy going off with 40 seconds left. They did indeed give the goal to Jeff Brisbane, correct?
Yes, and Bowman had the assist on now.
And Bowman on the assist, so McGregor Chadwick did not get a stick on it apparently on the way through, so Brisbane with the hat trick tonight. A goal for Chadwick and a goal for Eric Gable, 5-1 MSJ. All these players going off for roughing, I would assume. They're sorting out the penalties. It's academic at this point. Two Hartford players, Gudemarsh and Gilbo, are off, so the Mounties are skating for.
2 for roughing and 1 for tripping.
They should be skating 4 on 3. One of the players has to come off for Hartford. They got Aldrich in there. Also Benoit and Vaccarello. Mounties got Brannon, Brisbane. John Babb was going to come out again, but he goes back to the bench. Doherty and Chris Cosgrove. Play underway. It's center. Vaccarello with it. So the Mounties a 4-on-3 power play opportunity. Vaccarello sent it in behind Hogan and backboard Cosgrove. 30 seconds left in the game. 5-1 MSJ. Left wing pass out to Brannon. Brannon hit along the near boards by Benoit. Benoit finds it at the red line. Now Cosgrove with it. 20 seconds left in the game. Cosgrove by Benoit into the zone. Cleared back out by Vaccarello. Brannon sends it to Brisbane. Brisbane to the Hartford zone. Brisbane to the right wing circle. Brisbane to Brannon. Brannon shot, save. Larrabee almost had the goal there. Out to Cosgrove, shoots it in, deflected. Bouncing puck to the circle. Jeff Brisbane with it. 3 seconds left in the game, and it goes to Benoit. Benoit sends it out to center as time expires, and MSJ wins it by a score of 5-1 over the Hartford Hurricanes. And so the Mounties will be in the championship game tomorrow night. Game 2. That game we will have for you. Now it depends on what Rutland does as to whether we'll have both the consolation and championship games or just the championship game. MSJ wins it 5-1 over Hartford. The hat trick for Jeff Brisbane. And a goal from Eric Abel and McGregor Chadwick. Brian Benoit scoring for Hartford. He had given Hartford a 1-0 late in the first period. After that time, the Mounties put up 5 unanswered goals. And so we'll be back to wrap it up after this timeout.